This is Only Pizza, a podcast where we only talk about pizza. Today's pizza comes from Mangino's Pizzeria in Mahoningtown, Pennsylvania.
Mangino's has been around since 1979. So it's right in that group with Pizza Joe's we talked about last week from 1980. It's actually the one in Mahoningtown. There's not an eat-in option. It's just a takeout. You have to go pick it up yourself. They don't do delivery. Or they also have a buy the slice option where they have this giant glass.
They have a giant display of all of the pizza.
Of all of the pizzas and some other things that they make. Like they make these little garlic buns that look awesome. They make roni rolls, pizza greens.
Dugout meatball sandwiches.
Yeah, Dugout. They're not in that display, but they're...
Yeah, but they still make them. Oh my goodness.
So you can actually walk in. If you wanted to walk into Mangino's, you could walk in, pick a couple slices of pizza. They heat them up in the oven for you and you're ready to go. And they have a huge variety of pizza. But just first, we're going to hit their cheese pizza, which is what we're kind of reviewing for everybody, is the basic crust sauce cheese pizza, which is, should be the star of everyone's show. It's a really good pizza. Okay. Yeah. And it's very different from probably most pizzas you've ever had. The crust is a crispy crust. It's not real thick, not real thin. It's like average thickness.
Yeah.
But the middle of the crust is soft and chewy. The bottom of the crust is delicious and crispy.
It's super crispy. The entire, from the center of the pizza to the edge is the same level of crispness.
Right, and it doesn't get soggy even with a ton of toppings on it. It holds up really well. And then they pinch the edge real thin like a pie crust or something. And that gets real crunchy, which is a really kind of a neat thing because it's like having a breadstick with your pizza. Like a crunchy breadstick.
The edge crust is also really thin.
Yeah.
So it's not like some pizzas, you have a good inch of crust when you're holding on. It's a round pizza and it's all very, very thin on the side. Like how you said, it's like a pie crust edge almost.
Right. The toppings go right to it. So there's not this big area of crust where there's no toppings. So if you're a person that is concerned about the level of sauce on your pizza, this pizza has a lot of sauce on it. And it has that nice edge, that scalloped edge around it to hold the pizza sauce on the pizza. So it's a good foundation. And then they use sliced provolone cheese and Romano cheese. So they're my people. That's all I can say. They're my people.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a really good pizza. It's got the sauce is really thick.
It's like tomato-y. It's not super like liquid. It's more like crushed tomato.
Yes, it's like
sauce.
And it's really dense. And it has it's like a thick, rich kind of a sauce. The flavor is so rich, like it's been cooked for a really long time. When you make when you make sauce yourself at home and you let it slow cook and it just condenses and it gets thick. That's how that tastes.
Yeah, and it is a bit on the sweeter side compared to some pizza sauces. It doesn't have a lot of tang, but it just tastes like tomato sauce.
Yeah.
It has like tomato sweetness. It's not like a sugar sweetness.
Right.
So it's very good. I guess tomato-y is just the best word to describe it.
It really is. It tastes really fresh. Like the whole pizza tastes really fresh. They make a 12-inch round, which is their 6-cut, but it's so funny. Like you get a 6-cut, the slices are ridiculously large. And they also have a 14-inch pizza, which we usually get. But I was kind of laughing because like if you get the specialty pizza in a 14-inch, my specialty of choice pizza from there is the Eggplant Pizza, where they actually take the breaded fried eggplant and they layer it on the crust with sauce and cheese, and like one slice of it weighs a pound, I swear. And one slice will fill you up. But if you get that on the bigger pizza, it's like heavy. It's like downright, like you get the pizza and oh my gosh, it's so heavy. But it's enormous. It's so delicious. But we'll have a picture of that pizza up too, in addition to the regular cheese pizza. It's just so good. And tonight we got, in addition to the cheese pizza, we got the homestyle pizza, which was also very good. It was very tasty.
And I've had that before, but you said you didn't even know that they had it.
No, I didn't know they had homestyle down there. They have, the thing at Mangino's, which is cool, I like, is they have all these specialty pizzas, and they have a white pizza that just has the olive oil and seasonings and cheese on it, but they will, in their case, like they'll put extra stuff on it. So they have a fresh tomato pizza that's really good too. And I stopped down tonight. I said, "Hey, what do you have in the case? Maybe I'll get a couple different things." And they had just put peppers on them. We'll just throw some peppers on. So it's kind of neat because you can get the specialty pizzas with extra stuff on them, which is
extra
cool.
Specialty.
Yeah,
pizzas.
They're extra specialty. But yeah, they even offer a rectangle. I didn't know this either. They offer a rectangular. They call it a Sicilian, and I'm pretty sure it's just the rectangular crust and not the super thick crust. But I didn't get one, and I haven't seen one, so I'm gonna guess.
They only had round pizza.
So did I. Surprise, surprise! They have soup. They have wedding soup and chicken pastine soup, which is good if you're not feeling well. It's like going to the drugstore and getting a prescription. You go into Mangino's and get a little container of pastino soup and eat it, and you'll feel so much better. So it's a nice pizza shop. I like it because it's also in close proximity to my home.
It is very close. Would you guess it's like the closest pizza shop?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah. And then they have also another thing we like to get up there. They have sandwiches, salads. They have all kinds of chicken wings even. I didn't even know they had wings, but they have wings. But they also have a thing that we get that we mentioned earlier. It's a dugout sandwich where they take a little loaf of bread and they hollow it out and they stuff these enormous meatballs and sauce in there and cheese.
Now, let's be fair. When she says a little loaf of bread, we don't mean like a mini loaf.
No,
it's a slightly smaller than regular size loaf of bread. These meatballs are enormous. And then after they hollow it out, but the end cap, I guess you would say, of bread, the bread plug. After the loaf is filled with all this deliciousness, they plug it back up again with the end of the loaf, and then it is so good,
it's so good.
But it's so much food. It's like if you have already eaten 2 meals and you get that for dinner, you're not going to be able to finish it probably.
You should not eat all day if you're going to get that, because it's very filling.
Fantastic.
It's delicious.
The meatballs always make me think of that scene from Master of Disguise.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning when the grandpa has the giant meatball on the teeny tiny fork.
Yeah. Yes, as you can see, we like Mangino's. We like everything they have. They do have a place in the Neshannock Township. Now, it's the original Mangino's is on Route 18 in Mahoningtown, and the new modern spiffy Mangino's is in the Neshannock Township on Route 18. But they have eat-in. You can actually go and order and eat there, which is kind of nice. So whatever you're looking for, if you just want to go grab some pizza and go. You can go to Mahoningtown. If you want to sit down and eat it, you can go to Neshannock. So you have 2 options. And that's the only 2 shops they have.
Mm-hmm.
I would consider them a extremely local chain to Newcastle, and they only have the 2 shops, and they're both in Newcastle. So it's good if you're looking for a different type of pizza, because I've eaten, if you saw me, you'd know that I've eaten a lot of pizza in my life.
We've had a lot of pizza.
Yeah, and this is the only crust I've ever had that's like their crust. That's the only one. And it's their original top secret, double top secret crust and sauce. So well worth the trip. Great food. Great food.
Mangino's website for both locations is originalmanginos.com. You can find us online at Mary Mac Bakehouse on Facebook and Instagram, Mary Mac Podcast on Twitter, and on our website, marymacpodcast.com. If you're from Newcastle and have a favorite pizza place that we haven't covered yet, let us know on social media or email info@marymacpodcast.com with your suggestions.